Hello everyone and welcome back to Basic Flash Tutorials. Last episode I showed you how to motion tween. This episode I'm going to show you how to shape tween. A very similar process but different outcomes for each. So let's get right to it. With your basic setup here, choose a shape that you would like to use. In this case I'm using rectangle, and I have the first layer and first frame selected. And I'm just going to draw out a simple shape, just a square. And what that has done now is put that shape inside my first keyframe. You'll notice that because it's changed gray and the circle on the bottom has turned black. What I'm going to do here now is I'm just going to extend that keyframe. So I'm going to right click and insert new keyframe at frame 20. It doesn't matter, you can any frame you want to set your next keyframe at is up to you. But I'm setting it this case at 20, and all I'm going to do is delete. With that frame selected, I'm just going to delete the square I just drew. So now you notice that this keyframe we just created is now white, which means that there's nothing in that keyframe, and the first keyframe still has that square which extends all the way to that next keyframe. Alright, now with that keyframe on frame 20 that we just created, which is now white, select that keyframe, and when it is selected it will be black. Grab another shape. In this case I'm grabbing the oval shape, and I'm just going to change the color as well. I'm going to change it to a nice green, and I'm just going to draw, with that keyframe selected, of course, I'm just going to draw another shape up in the top right corner. So now what we have is the first keyframe is a square and the second keyframe is a circle. That's green. And all I'm going to do in this case now is right click in between those two frames and create shape tween. And you'll notice this time it doesn't turn purple like the motion tween, but it turns green. And again, that arrow extends from keyframe 1 all the way to keyframe 2. And if we play that video, if I start at keyframe 1 and hit enter, we'll see that the shape morphs into the circle. And it's very much the same as motion tween. That motion is still there, but now what we're doing is changing the shape, and hence the term shape tween. Now, if you want to shape tween an object, you can pull it in from, say, the internet or whatnot. And I'm just going to pull in this image here, and I'm just going to actually create a new layer for that. So I'm going to get rid of that. I'm going to get rid of all these as well. And I'm just going to pull that back in, sorry. And you'll notice that right away, if you have this JPEG, taken from the internet or taken from wherever, it is a bitmap automatically. So if you want to break that apart, you just go to Modify, Break Apart, and that instantly changes it to a shape. Now, it does not keep the characteristics of the actual JPEG, because what it's doing here is it's reading it as just a rectangle. And that middle part, the color, I guess if you look down here, the fill color is just the shape or whatever's inside that square. So if I do go ahead and create a shape tween, like we just did, it will have a different outcome. So yes, we have our image and we have our tween, but you'll notice that the fill color is what's inside instead of the actual image. So that's what you get if you want to do a JPEG shape tween. So again, JPEG shape tweens don't work in CS3, and I'm sure any other Flash programs under CS3 probably won't work. I'm not sure with CS4, they might have changed it, but again, you'll probably just have to look that up. So I'm going to leave it there for now. Make sure you subscribe, rate, and comment, and I'll hope to continue on with these Flash tutorials. And again, I have some more Photoshop ones, so be sure to check out my channel.